Okay guys, so here we have a Taylor 4 Series. It's the 410 CE. This is a out of the 4 Series. You have the 1, 2, and 3, 4 Series. I think it goes 4, and I think there's a 6, a 7, and an 8 Series also. When you get into the 4 Series, you're starting to pay a little bit more for your guitar. You're getting into a little more professional guitar. When you get into the 3 Series, you're actually getting a pretty nice guitar. These run about $2,000 new. This is a used one. This is a 1999 model, if you can see in here. It's the 414 CE, and the serial number starts with 99, indicating 1999. That's how you read these serial numbers on these guitars. As you can see here, this guitar has a spruce top, solid spruce top, I believe that's Sitka spruce. It's got a looks to be an ebony bridge, ebony fretboard with pearloid inlays. It's also got the binding on the neck. This is a pretty thin neck. It's a really nice neck, especially if you're a player with smaller hands. I mean, I prefer big necks usually, and I really like this neck. It's got a really flat radius, and it seems to just chord really good. You can see the action is pretty low on this guitar, but it doesn't buzz at all, and it sounds great. Here we've got the headstock. You can see the nut is aged over the years. That's a kind of a cool look. I think that's a Tusk nut. And here we have the tuners here. We got Grover tuners. Those are great tuners. They stay in tune real good. This guitar has not fallen out of tune since I got it. I swear. You can pull it out of the case and it's always in tune. It's got this is called the Fishman prefix. Let me get a little better angle on this. This is the prefix system. It's actually got a volume control here, frequency control, treble contour, and bass. And this is I think this is a way better system they put on the new Taylor guitars. You got a lot more control over your sounds that you want to get out of your instrument, and you can kind of notch your frequency here if your guitar starts feeding back. This one actually probably won't feed back too bad on stage because it's got a good pickup. It's got a pickup underneath the bridge here, underneath the saddle. It's a piezo pickup, and this is a really good system. I've had it on other guitars, and I like it a lot better than the new Taylor stuff. And you can see a good thing about this is you can pull it up, and there's your battery right there. So that moment when your battery goes dead on stage and you're scrambling to get something in there to keep your gig going, really easy to get to. Sometimes they stick them in here and they're really tough to get to your battery. This guitar is double bound. You can see it's got rosewood sides and back. I'll show you that in a second. Here's your input in the back here. It's a nice input. It's no scratching. Sounds really good. All the electronics are really sound on this guitar. You can see the top. It's got a really pretty top. It's kind of got some flame in the wood. Nice binding. This guitar has been played. This isn't one of those guitars that hung on a wall, somebody bought it and put it away and barely played it and babied it. This guitar was taken care of, but I'm not going to say it wasn't played a lot, because the guy who owned it was a professional musician, and he gigged with this guitar all the time and played the heck out of it. And it shows some battle scars because he has played it. And you know, the thing is about guitars with wear are usually the guitars that are good. Because everybody always thinks, man, why does he play that old beat up guitar? Usually it's because it's a really good guitar, and the new ones just, maybe you don't get a, there are good new guitars out there, but you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And you can wear these guitars out. Willie Nelson's guitar literally has holes, and he still plays that guitar, and he can afford to buy anything he wants to buy. But he keeps that guitar because it's a great sounding guitar. This one here, this guy's actually wore the finish right here. This is from his arm, from playing. You know, that's not from abuse. That's from some normal play wear. So this guitar has been played. If you can see here, where the pick is scratched. That's just from wear from that pick, just over and over again. Got a little bit on the top here. And you'll see that on guitars that have been played a lot. This looks like a two-piece. You can see where the seam is. The camera's not. There, you can see the seam right there. It's a two-piece spruce top. Let's go ahead and turn this guitar over so we can get a look at the back. Okay. You can see the back. Got a mahogany back and sides. Got a mahogany neck. And you can see the grain of that wood. That is a quarter sawn neck. Grover tuners. Those tuners stay in great tune, or keep the guitar tuned really nicely. They're hardly ever going to fall out on you. You can see the binding. Got strap pegs mounted on here, so it's ready. It's stage ready. This thing is ready to go and be played and be a workhorse guitar. It really is. You got the binding on the back, kind of adds a touch, nice touch, kind of a nice look. And yeah, enough talking about it. Let's go ahead and listen to it. I'm going to play some stuff for you guys so you can see exactly what you think. Here we go.